Hi everyone, and welcome to this very new live stream. Um, I'm not only a fan of Keyforge, obviously, but I'm also a fan of other card games and board games and in general tabletop games. So today I wanted to show you a gameplay, a playthrough of this new game called Marvel Champions LCG. I'm a really big fan of it, and if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen that I've mentioned it quite a few times, a lot of posts about it. And I also want to start doing videos on it, right? So this is my first live stream on that. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna play with T'Challa here, right? Black Panther, as you all know him. Amazing movie, by the way. And we're going to be playing against Rhino. Now I decided to do this the very first, the simplest villain setup. So just Rhino, phase 1, phase 2. And just the basic encounter set, bomb scare, and so on and so forth. So nothing special, just to show you what we can do with Black Panther. And I decided to use leadership with Black Panther. I think it's a really great combination. Shuri is an amazing card, and she really allows you to put out your Black Panther upgrades really fast. So that's nice. We will see how it goes. I'm really excited to try this out, and we'll see if I'll be able to defeat Rhino, right? So let's have a look. I think I've shuffled enough. So I'm just gonna go through this, show you stuff, explain you how it works. Now, one small note, this is the first player marker. I'm gonna do solo mode, but I like to place it on my, my hero card here, because when I have to flip, I have to take it off, and then I know that I've flipped the card, right? So alright, so I have the setup here. So we're gonna fight Rhino with the break-in. Basically, if this stage is completed, the players lose the game. So 7 threat on this scheme, this main scheme, and we're done, right? Okay, start of game. So I've got a hand size of 6, so we'll draw 6 cards. Let's have a look what we've got here. So I immediately pulled into 3 Wakanda Forevers, which is really unfortunate because I will not be using them so fast, right? Make the call, I don't really care, but I do like that I have 2 of my Black Panther upgrades in my hand, right? Now, the setup ability says that you can search for a Black Panther upgrade and add it to your hand, so we'll have to think about that. Now, 3 Wakanda Forevers is really crazy. I don't really know what to do with that. So let's have a look. We'll want to play these upgrades as fast as possible. We'll be able to pull out one of the upgrades. I'm gonna drop this, make the call. We're gonna do a mulligan. That's perfect. We've got 2 strength. So we'll be able to play one of these upgrades, definitely, right? Okay, let's have a look. I can start out with searching for my deck, and what I actually want to have is this one, right? Tactical Genius, which will allow me to start removing threat from the scheme, which I will really need, right? Okay, so let's shuffle that up real good. Okay, nice, so that's it. Good. So we'll start out with playing a 2 strength for a Tactical Genius, and I'm also going to play so how I'm gonna do this, I could play these 2 for one of these other ones, and then play one with Wakanda Forever. Okay, so we're gonna flip. We're gonna do 2 damage. That's first things first. 2 damage. And then we're just gonna play, I'm gonna leave these two to play this one, and I'm gonna play one Wakanda Forever to play one Wakanda Forever. All right. So we'll start it with removing one threat. Doesn't matter. There is no threat. And we'll do this one for damage. So then we've got him to an 8. All right. At the end of the turn, we ready everything. Draw up to 5 cards this time. 3, 4, and 5. This is really cool. So I immediately got my vibranium suit. I've got all the vibranium to pay for it. Very thematic. Vibranium to pay my vibranium suit. And then we've got a lot of resources here, right? So that's a 2 power. This is a 1, but it can be a 2 if you play it for a leadership card, which I don't have, but I do have a Nick Fury. All right, so let's see what we can do. So first of all, we will place some threat on the main scheme. Then Rhino will attack us. I'm just going to soak it up. So 2 plus a boost card with 1 pip. So he does 3 damage. So I'm back to 8. But because of Black Panther's retaliate ability, we can do 1 damage. So that's nice. All right, then we also deal an encounter card. Let's reveal it. I'm tough. Give Rhino a tough status card. All right, so Rhino will be tough. The first time I attack him, I will just remove the card instead of doing damage, right? All right, so right now I don't really need my vibranium suit, so I could pay all of this for Nick Fury. Let's try that, right? Let's pay 4 vibranium to play Nick Fury. Let's see what that means. I can remove threat from the main scheme, but I don't really care about that. But it will allow me, I could do 4 damage, or I could draw 3 cards. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna draw 3 cards, which is amazing. This is really amazing. So yeah, this is amazing. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to let's see. I'm going to attack. Yeah. I'm going to attack Rhino with Black Panther. This removes tough. Then next, we're going to use Nick Fury to attack, which brings him down to 5. Then I'm going to use Get Ready, 0 cost leadership card, which allows me to ready an ally. I do that. I use Nick Fury again. Now to do remove 2 threats. There is only 1 threat, so that's fine. Then we are going to use, I'm going to use the Power of Leadership and Maria Hill, these 2 cards, to pay for Hawkeye. Right, which allows me to put some counters on him, and every time a minion is coming out, he will do 2 damage to that minion and remove a counter. So that's really good. Now we're also going to use him at least once for a damage, bringing him to 4. And I'm going to keep the Wakanda Forever. Also, I don't care going back into alter ego mode. I'm just going to stay in this mode. So we'll ready everything. Okay, I'll draw up to 5 cards. 3, 4, and a 5. All right, that's nice. Good, very good. Let's see how I'll rearrange that here. Okay, so now Rhino. First of all, we will add threat on the main scheme. Rhino will attack us for 2. I'm just gonna put Nick Fury in there to defend. 2 plus 0. So Nick Fury dies, which doesn't matter because he would have left anyway. So for people who have played Lord of the Rings LCG, Nick Fury is very much like Gandalf. All right, and then we'll deal an encounter card. So let's see what that is. We've got Gang Up. When revealed hero, the villain and each minion engaged with you attacks you. Okay, so let's see. I'll defend. I think I'll defend. Oh. Yeah, let's say I'll defend for 2. And that's 1, so that's 1 damage. Now, when he damages me, he'll get a retaliate damage. Cool. So let's see, how are we going to play that? I could play the Vibranium with the First Aid and the Avengers Mansion to play Vision. Or I could play the other way around and do it for Avengers Mansion, and I think I'm gonna do that. I could play my suit, but it doesn't really matter because I still don't have my Wakanda Forevers. I already have 3 Wakanda Forevers out, and I only have 5, so I'm gonna play this for Avengers Mansion. I'm gonna tap it, draw a card, got a Golden City, an amazing support card. We're gonna play that real soon. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to use Hawkeye for 1 to remove the threat, and that's all I do. And I reset everything. I draw back up to 5. Maybe I wanted to change form because yes. So let's change form. Reset. All right, draw up to 6, 4, 5, and a 6. All right, good. So first we put some threat on the main scheme, and then Rhino will be scheming, so that's a 1 + 1, that's 2 threat that we add to the main scheme. So it's getting dangerous, we're almost halfway there. And then we will get an encounter card, which is Shadows of the Past. Really interesting. When revealed, reveal your set-aside Nemesis and put it into play engaged with you. All right. So that will be Killmonger. Now, it'll come into play, so that means Hawkeye triggers. I can remove that one, and I immediately do 2 damage to Killmonger. So he has 5 health, has 2 scheme to attack. Killmonger cannot take damage from Black Panther upgrade, so that's quite important. All right, and then we also reveal our set-aside Nemesis side scheme and put it into play. So we'll put that over here, and we'll shuffle the rest of these cards. Oh, here's a lost Tony Stark. We'll shuffle those cards in there. Right, so this is basically riffle shuffling, so we need about 6 or 7, maybe 8 shuffles, maybe less, probably less. All right, so that's that. Fine, so this one comes into play with 3 threat. The Renegade Killmonger is leading a coup to seize control of Wakanda. Fine, this will also mean that we'll draw an extra encounter card there, so quite dangerous. We'll have to deal with that in some way. So let's have a look. So we're in the T'Challa farm. First things first, I'm going to activate Avengers Mansion to draw cards. Okay, not really interesting. We're going to play an energy for the Golden City. For the Golden City, we'll play that over here. It's an alter ego action which allows me to exhaust it and draw 2 cards. So that's an amazing card draw. Alright, and I've got a helicarrier and I can make the call. Pay the printed cost of an ally and any player's discard pile. Put that ally into play under your control. Which is really interesting because I've got a lot of cards here that I don't want to use anyway. So I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Make the Call. We're going to revive either Vision. I could spend this resource and I get +2. So that actually means that I should have an energy resource, which I do have. So that's interesting, but I have to pay 4 for that already, so that's difficult. I could do Maria Hill, but that's not interesting. Of course, we're going for Nick Fury. So I'll pay 4 cards for Nick Fury, and it'll be these 4. I don't care. Here we go. I'll play Nick Fury, And Nick Fury will allow me to do 4 damage, and I'm going to put that 4 damage on Killmonger, so he is out of here. Let me think for a second, because we also have a problem. Let's see, right? Maybe we need to do something about the threat, right? That's also a problem. I could remove 2 threats, and he has a 2 thwart. Yeah. So no, we're gonna deal 4 damage here, destroying Killmonger. So that's no longer a problem. Then we're going to use Nick Fury. I'm going to use Nick Fury, take a damage, remove 2 threats. That's nice. Then we're going to flip to the T'Challa side, and I'm going to thwart for 2 to remove this one, usurp throne. Then that is no longer a problem, and we remove also this +1 counter on the encounter deck. So that's good. Then I also have Hawkeye, but I don't want to kill him. I want to leave him like that. I don't have any other cards that I can play at this moment. So we'll ready up. There we go. And then I'll draw to 5 cards. 3, 4, and a 5. We've got an emergency, which could be nice to remove. When the villain schemes, reduce the amount of threat placed on the scheme by 1. But he's not gonna scheme at this point. Okay, so we add threat to the main scheme. Rhino is going to attack me. I'm going to put Nick Fury in there. He's probably gonna kill him. A 2 plus a 2 is a 4. Nick Fury dies. So that's no longer a problem. And then we'll deal an encounter card. Hopefully no scheming. It's Shocker. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each hero. So we'll get 1 damage. Oh, and by the way, no, so he attacked. This character is attacked. Okay, that's important. So Shocker, I dealt myself 1 damage. Okay. So when Shocker enters play, I can remove a counter from Hawkeye, deal 2 damage to him. So that's almost no longer a problem. That's really interesting, as a matter of fact. Okay. So let's have a look. It's my turn. Let's try Avengers Mansion. Let's see if we get something interesting. Wakanda Forever. That's really interesting. So I'm going to play Mockingbird and Emergency at this moment. Mockingbird is really good, but I don't want to lose the power of leadership. I don't know if I'm playing optimal, right? But we'll see what happens. So I'm going to play these 2 for a Vibranium suit. I don't want to lose the Helicarrier at this point. I'm going to lose the power of leadership to play Wakanda Forever. So I'm going to move 1 damage from my hero to an enemy. So that will be, I'll heal 1 and I'll damage Shocker for 1. So he's out of here. That's good. That's really nice. So we did that, the Vibranium suit. And then let's have a look. We'll deal 2 damage to Rhino, and then we will remove 2 threats from the main scheme, like that. Alright. I don't want to change to alter ego form because I don't want to give him a chance to scheme, right? So we're going to thwart for 2. Okay, well, I'll take that back. We'll thwart for 2. I'll turn around, I'll activate Golden City, so I can draw 2 more cards, a Genius and a Tenacity, which is perfect because it allows me to play 3 for this Helicarrier. And then we're done, right? Because I'm gonna keep Hawkeye here. So we ready everything up. And we'll draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6. My last Wakanda Forever. Nice. Okay, so we'll add threat to the main scheme. Rhino will be scheming, so that's a 1 plus 1, that's 2 scheme. 2 threat, I mean. Here we go. We'll reveal an encounter card, Hydra Mercenary, which has guard, so I'll have to attack him before I can attack Rhino. That's fine. But when he enters play, I can do 2 damage to it from Hawkeye's ability. That's good. Alright, so let's have a look. So I will want to... I definitely want to draw 2 more cards. So we're going to shuffle. Now, the annoying thing about that is we'll have to deal ourselves an extra encounter card, which we'll have to deal with later on, right? So we'll have to see how that works. All right, and I'll draw 2 more cards. Let's have a look. So that's going to be an Inspired and a Vibranium, which is nice. So we've got everything we need. All right, so let's have a look. I'm going to draw another card with Avengers Mansion. That's a genius. I've got so much resources at this point. It's crazy. All right. So what are we going to do? I'm going to activate. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's first play some Vibranium to play Shuri. So I don't have enough space here. It's getting problematic. So let's play Shuri. Play her here. When she enters play, I can search my deck for an upgrade and add it to my hand. So we all know which upgrade that's going to be. Well, it could be a Tenacity, which could be interesting. But we're going to play Energy Daggers, right? I'm going to add it to my hand. Shuffle my deck, of course. And then we're gonna play that upgrade. So that's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. All right, so I'm gonna play a Genius for a Energy Daggers. All right, yeah, that's perfect actually. And then we are going to play, I'm gonna tap Helicarrier to play my Wakanda Forever. Now we have to think about how we're gonna do this. So I'm first gonna do this one, which allows me to deal 1 damage. I'm choosing myself, deal 1 damage to Rhino and 1 damage to Hydra Mercenary. That will destroy the Hydra Mercenary. And it will put Rhino at 0, so we're advancing to the next phase. And that's going to be Rhino Part 2. When revealed, search the encounter and discard pile for the Breaking and Taken side scheme and reveal it. Shuffle the encounter deck. Alright, so let's have a look. So we need the Breaking and Taken side scheme. Alright, let's see. Breaking and Taken side scheme. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Shuffle. Right, that's fine. So Breaking and Taken. When revealed, place an additional 1 per player threat there, and there starts with 2 threats, so that's 3. And then we need to pull an extra encounter card. We already have this one, right? Have to be careful with that. Fine, so I was playing my Wakanda Forever. My sequence can continue, of course. He'll be at 15. All right. Oh, by the way, I should have changed to Black Panther, of course, definitely. So at this point, I'm going to move 1 damage from me to the villain, so I can heal a bit. Then I'm going to deal 2 damage to the villain. And then I'm going to remove 2 threats. I'm going to remove it from this one. Alright, that's good. Then I'm going to use Shuri to remove 1 more threat, so we again get rid of that Breaking and Taken. So, alright, remove that. Alright, then we will use a Get Ready to ready my ally and tap Shuri again, so that's 2. We'll remove that. I'll remove with Black Panther, I'll thwart for 2. So that's also no longer a problem. And then we're going to pay with the Triskelion for an Ancestral Knowledge, which should be an alter ego action, which I can't do. So I'm going to keep that. And I'm going to pay these 2 for a Haymaker to deal 3 damage in his face. So he's at 9 at this point. So we're doing really great. All right, so at that point we can ready everything. All right. Then we'll add threats to the main scheme. I also have to draw my cards up to 5, 3, 4, and a 5. We've got a Wakanda Forever, which is perfect, and an Ancestral Knowledge, perfect. All right, so he'll attack me for 3, but I'm going to defend with Shuri, right? So that's 3 plus 0, that's 3 damage. Shuri dies. So Shuri is out of here. That's fine. And then we'll get another encounter card, right? So first this one, when revealed, you are confused. Okay, so next time I want Thwart, that will be a little bit more difficult. And then Stampede. When revealed, hero, Rhino attacks you. If a character is damaged by this attack, that character is stunned. So we're going to... I'm going to use Hawkeye. I'm going to leave that. So that's 3 plus a 2. And then Hawkeye is dead. I don't want to get stunned and confused at the same time. That would be a bit too much. All right, so let's start out. Draw with Avengers Mansion. We've got Vision. That's quite nice. We'll play a Tenacity. No, I'm going to tap Helicarrier. I'm going to tap Helicarrier for Wakanda Forever. And then, first of all, we're going to deal 1 damage to Rhino. I'm going to move 1 damage from myself to Rhino. I'm going to remove 1 threat from the main scheme, and then I'm going to deal 4 damage. Brings him to 3. All right, and then let's have a look. I think everything's going to be fine, because what we're going to do is I'm going to attack for 2, putting him at 1, and then let's see if we can do this. I'm going to play these 2 cards for an upgrade. Tenacity. Hero action, spend a physical resource. I did that. Ready your hero, and then I deal another 2 damage, and Rhino is dead. All right, we did it. That was a nice game, quick and easy. Rhino is not the hardest villain. I actually play a lot against him on expert mode with phase 2 and 3, and he's a lot more difficult in that regard. So I'm thinking of maybe changing some stuff, like maybe changing the modeler set. Instead of a bomb scare, we'll take something else, or we can add multiple encounter sets in there. So a lot of possibility, but I really like Black Panther, and I really like Black Panther with the leadership aspect. I think that's really strong. All right, thanks for watching. Please comment if you have any, if you noticed any mistakes, or if some things could be done better. This is my 2nd live stream, so please help me out. And if you could like and subscribe, I would really appreciate that. Thanks for watching.